Hey, making friends is a strange thing. What's up? It's the Culture Detective here investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Big Thief album, Dragon New Warm Mountain I Believe in You. Yes, that is the album title. So, Big Thief is an American folk outfit, and a couple years ago, actually 3 years ago, they had released two albums in the year 2019, and that is UFOF and Two Hands, both of which I also really enjoy. I love the soft, sweet, endearing folk music that they come out with. And then in the year 2020, Adrienne Lenker released a solo album, which is also absolutely fantastic with great songwriting, nice vocals, and overall just great lyrics. Anyways, Big Thief has returned with a new album, and this time, Big Thief is coming back with a bang because this album is 20 tracks long and it is 80 minutes long. 80 minutes. When I entered this album, I was a little bit scared. Like 80 minutes of Big Thief? More like Giant Thief. But yeah, at the end of the day, I still really enjoy this album, and I'm gonna be honest here. I think this is album of the year for me so far. This is album of the year for me so far, and it's only mid-February, so you know. But anyways, let's go through the album track by track. Starting off, we have the album opener Change, which is an easygoing, lukewarm intro track with soft guitars and soft vocals. Perfect tone setter for the album, and just a perfect way to enter the world of this album. Things get interesting already on the second track with Time Escaping with its metallic chunky beats, quirky chords, and very abstract and interesting lyrics. Spud Infinity is one of the wildest I've heard Big Thief go. It is a country folk track with banjos and violins. It's all very exciting and colorful, and then that is followed with Certainty, which has more of a modern twang with solid vocal layers. And then we have the title track, which is more cinematic, wintry, and dense. Then we have the tracks Sparrow and Little Things, which I think are two of the weakest tracks on the album. Sparrow is one of the slower and more forgettable cuts on the album, and Little Things is, in comparison, way noisier and way more chaotic, and it is more rock than it is folk rock, and it just feels kind of out of place from the rest of the album. That being said, though, it is not that bad of a track, and it doesn't feel that out of place, but I guess in the full context of the album it does feel like a bit of a weird left turn. But anyways, Big Thief is back on their streak of amazing tracks with Heavy Bend, which is a short interlude size track with noisy drums, runny guitars, and surprisingly, these sequenced beats, which actually match the vocals and the tone they're striking for very well. The melodies are solid. I'm liking it. And the track Flower of Blood is a hazy, shoegazy track that is nostalgic, dreamy, sweet, and natural. And then we have Blurred View, where the music gets extra intimate with vocals that are borderline ASMR, and the instrumentals are peppy, odd, and muffled in a very interesting way. They experiment a little bit here and there, and these experimentations mostly actually work. Maybe because they really put in a lot of passion and doesn't just treat these experimentations as quirks. The repetitive refrains on this track makes this track sound like a modern rap song for some reason, and in a good way. I actually like this weird mixture of genres. And then we have Red Moon, which is another country folk track with the sweet, refreshing strings. Dried Roses is a simplistic acoustic track, which is also really nice. No Reason is a meat and potatoes solid folk rock track with beautiful chords and flutes. Now that is a highlight on the album. I love it. I freaking love it when people incorporate flutes with folk music. It's just always a win for me, and always a win for this band. Wake Me Up to Drive is another weird left turn track where Adrienne Lenker sings in a more deep pitched vocal The instrumentals are kind of soft and disheveled, and it is a bit of a strange composition. Promise is a Pendulum is another really nice and easygoing acoustic track, and then that is followed with 12,000 Lines, which is a track that's heavily influenced by Joni Mitchell with the expressive vocals and the soft strings. And then we have another very catchy track here, probably the catchiest on the entire album, with Simulation Swarm, with the very whimsy vocal deliveries that are almost spoken word, but they're sung and delivered in such a whimsical way. It's honestly so much fun. And then we have Love, Love, Love with its lovely lyrics and these warped guitars that's like blank, blank, blank. Again, I never expected Big Thief to do something like this, and it's actually surprisingly well done. Like, whenever they experiment with distorted guitars or rockier instrumentation, like 99% of the time on this album, it actually worked out for them, and it adds such a nice new sound and flavor to every single track here, making this 80-minute long listen doesn't feel like a long listen at all. And finally, we have the last two tracks, The Only Place, which is a pretty, by the numbers track for Big Thief, in my opinion. Doesn't mean it's bad, it's just kind of by the numbers. And the album ends off with Blue Lightning, which is a very nice and calming ending note for the album. It has the country flavors, it has the endearing lyrics, and it's basically just the rock, the country, the folk all coming together for one peaceful handshake at the final moment, which is really nice. Overall, I just feel good after listening to the album. I just feel really nice. I want to drink a sip of there's no water here. But yeah, it's just a really nice album, and it's album of the year for me so far. My favorite track here is I have no idea. There are a lot of amazing tracks here. I would say that I really freaking love the track with the flutes. No reason. I really freaking love that. And I also really love the ending, Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning is amazing. And then I would also like to name the track Flower of Blood, which is experimentation gone well. And my least favorite is probably Drive, Wake Me Up to Drive. Yeah. I'm giving Big Thief's Dragon New War Mountain, I Believe in You, a 9 out of 10. So, have you listened to the new Big Thief album? From 1 to 10, I would just rate it, like it, and subscribe if you want more. And thanks for watching.